What we will discuss in this episode, I'll tell you, will be ripples and whether or not they can take the place of Swift. Swift is going to use a technology called Ripple. Swift, what is it? What impact might this have on XRP's price? Oh well, let's talk about it. We will also examine the markets. If you missed it, I went on a complete rant in the first video of the day. Others may argue that Terror is a masterpiece. Discussing the state of the market at the moment. Let's start by discussing where we are, where we're heading, why you shouldn't be anxious, and what you should consider doing right now. Since XRP is a mean lean 58, it's showing some green early, so we won't be upset about it. Bitcoin is currently down 5.89% over the last 24 hours on Ethereum, coming in at 3,310. It's down 6.56% for USDT and USDC, bringing in their dollar pegs. As we previously stated, XRP must maintain this level of support, and its strength against Bitcoin appears to be extraordinary. Let's examine what the entire cryptocurrency market capitalization is expected to reach $2 trillion, or $491 billion, this week. It's not too bad anymore, is it? Take a look at this, it's exactly what I advocate. People, this is the crypto blueprint if you wish to file a lawsuit. John put it out there, God goes, regardless of how fantastic your technology is or how wonderful your project is. The community that develops around your idea is what really counts. Robust communities lead to robust growth. A project's success is greatly influenced by the community. This is absolutely true. Even with the newest technology, it means nothing if you don't have a project or a community. You may own the best technology available, possess the most amazing technology, yet it is limited if you do not there is a community that supports you. Nothing, as a community, is what elevates a project to a new level. Your community considers every individual as an extra set of eyes. You have 1,000 people working on this project. 1,000 people in your neighborhood begin tweeting, each with 1,000 followers. 1,000 times 1,000 is what? To compute, consider that. I've been saying this since day one, consider the network effect. Why do you believe I have built my community since 2017? I established a social media presence, started spreading out, and began bringing my community with me to the promised land. People, let's focus on the markets. This is what we want to find. It's only a tiny burp. Look, that burped. We're heading back upward. We will fill the CME gap, retest the range of 60 to 64,000, and then resume our upward trajectory. This is the Bitcoin having every Bitcoin as we get closer to the real halving day. The price of Bitcoin has corrected, although this is not significant. You would have known that this correction was imminent if you had been following me, and now it has happened. Here it is. 2 months ago, XRP dropped to this. RuPaul admitted that although XRP is not the best performing asset, it still has value. David Schwartz claims that another reason is that the markets still need to determine whether or not cryptocurrency will be the next big thing. To your point, there's a complexity to not only comprehending Bitcoin or any of these other assets, but a so-called white swan, which we are beginning to see every single day, will be another significant trigger when it comes to global regulatory clarity. Where is the usage taking place? Developers, etc., but that doesn't always equate to the best results either, so you have to weigh a few factors carefully and sort of consider that complexity. Although it's not the greatest, XR is still useful in many situations. Operational asset, simply put. Palm did not enjoy hearing that, but he is correct. The rule is that it is a blockchain that is used. Right-clicking on the blockchain is Paul's. Use of the XRP ledger. There is a purpose for XRP. Alright, so Bitcoin failed. It turned out, is that correct? Took the wrong turn on the necessary route. Option B, has turned into a store of value about gold. Sometimes you have to pivot, that is, try something different when you realize you can't accomplish your original goal. Since Bitcoin accomplished that, what is it? It now serves as a gold-like store of value. Ethereum, we may say that he's smart. Agreements for decentralized applications. I suppose we may proceed in that manner with Ethereum and what's called XRP. It's extremely easy to do. It's fixing a financial system that needs fixing. This is what the Truth Flap said. What do you see here? Lubin Armstrong, Brian, I have no idea who this guy is. Al Bezos, followed by Novak Grits. Yes, you are staring at the screen. I don't even need to explain that. Imply that I believe you have noticed a pattern thus far. The engineers at Coinbase are selling them all, and I work at Binance Labs. 9.3 million GMT tokens are purportedly sold by Binance Labs. It's interesting to speculate that a former Coinbase engineer was involved in a transaction involving $19.7 million in swap tokens. People, are they relocating these people? This article, as you may know, was published by B and Crypto. You can see the dumps, but you can't make them up. GMT all, Uniwhoop Tether shout, what knowledge do they possess that we lack? Given that they are purging the last vestiges of their former misery, the question is. In an interview with ABC News, Bitterfried expressed his regret for his acts and his behavior. It didn't take them giving you a 20 to 5-year sentence before you felt regret for them. Your behavior is quite intriguing, Mr. Uber. This is amusing in a way. Come on. He claims that everyone is aware of the Beable guy. How long must it trade in this fury before you acknowledge that Beable guy erred by 1 decimal place? That's kind of funny, 589. Come on, I understand. You chuckled, Bill, I'm giggling at it. Morgan, this is the article that you will see. These days, this is just absurd. Crypto News Flash had previously disclosed the July 2023 ruling of U.S. District Judge Honest Torres. For exchanges, XRP was classified as non-secure, but for institutional sales, it had a security label. This is currently in jeopardy because Judge Torres's use of the HO test was overruled by 2 federal judges. Bill Morgan, hey, are you really planning to share this? Absurdity surrounding the case, which verges on intellectual dishonesty for the sake of clarity. I'm stating that these articles' content is absurd and dishonest, and he's right. Never trust. This is completely ludicrous, people, so don't even read it if you see it. It simply clicks off and moves on. Spiral, let's talk about how Swift can take the place of Swift. What Swift is, it is nothing more than a forum of banks. It's just an elegant moniker for several institutions that get together, collaborate to help move money around the globe, and continue to use programs like Excel spreadsheets where money is moved after the value is transferred. This process takes 3 to 5 days, thus these banks can be replaced, in part, by Ripple technology. These negative banking consortiums, since a few institutions in the SWIFT consortium have already partnered with Ripple, I believe that Ripple can help improve the technology that these banking systems are employing. Ripple may be the solution to the broken cross-border money movement call. Is the banking system the solution? That is absolutely possible. For what reason is that the case? Folks, it's really quite easy. Moving an email only takes a few seconds, yet for some reason, we haven't modernized our financial system in terms of money in decades after decades. Where people are keeping more than $10 trillion in inactive foreign capital accounts to relocate. The age of money is almost over. I completely disagree with the question of whether to stop using XRP. To the question of whether XRP will be utilized in every international cross-border transaction, I say no. I wonder if you have these extraordinary drinks. Because they don't have to worry about this third-party risk, corridors with extremely stable foreign currencies, or euros, are unnecessary. However, for the remaining corridors, which are exotic or where the value of money fluctuates, it takes a very long time to get money in and must pass through roughly 8 different banks. Will triumph, and Ripple continues to gain adoption. Central banks will use the XRP ledger, and everything is coming together. All you need to do is give it some time. Because governments, central banks, and money all move extremely slowly when these topics are discussed.